having the carburetor adjusted properly is key, isn't it, to safe operations and efficient operations?
It really is, and as you know, in our training program, we do go through a 5-step process that we teach the guys to help them to learn how to do that. So maybe you could just share that with us.
Sure, I'd love to. Well, we want to start out with a clean air filter. Take the air filter cover off here. We can see that the air filter is very clean. Now, the carburetor adjustment is about adjusting and controlling the air and the fuel mixture. So we have to have that clean air filter so we've got that clean air flow. The next step is in balancing the settings, and we start by making sure that the L and the H screw are set to manufacturer specifications. Now, in this case, that's 1 turn. And another manufacturer may be 1 1/4, 1 1/2. It's going to depend, so it's important that you check manufacturer specifications. Now, the T screw adjusts the idle setting.
Right.
Okay? So I would balance the settings that way with 1 turn, all the way in, and then out 1 turn.
So the L and H screw are the settings for the correct fuel to air ratio at high speed and at idle?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Or high speed and low speed?
That's exactly.
Okay.
Then I'll start the saw, and I want to warm it up, and then I want to check at high speed, wide open, to be sure that we have some of that 4-stroke sound, or flutter as we call it. We want it to sound like it's breaking up just a little bit at the top. What we don't want is for the saw to sound like it's going to just keep running until it explodes. Everyone that's run a saw frequently has run out of gas before, and it sounds as though the saw is just going to, it starts screaming. It's just going to go right through the roof. That is because it's running on vapors. It's not getting enough lubrication, and it's not getting enough fuel mix, and it starts to do that. Well, that will ruin the cylinder, okay? So, once we've done that, we can check it with a tack if we have one. Then, we want to let the saw come down to idle. We want to then take the brake off, and we don't want the chain to be spinning as it idles. If it is spinning, then we've got to turn the T-screw out just a little bit to slow that idle speed down until the chain stops. Okay? Then we'll put the brake on again, and we want to be sure that the saw runs in all positions. Most of us that have run a saw frequently or have had much experience with a saw have had a saw before that wouldn't run as soon as you turn it over. And that's because the fuel is puddling and then pouring down into the carburetor when we turn it over on its side or what have you. So we'll do a rollover test, as we call it, to be sure that it's not going to stall. Okay? So that's step 4. Now, step 5 will be then we will release the chain brake and we will throttle up, and we want a smooth acceleration. Okay? Why don't I just go through the 3rd, 4th, and 5th step, assuming that we've checked the carburetor, pardon me, the air filter rather, and then we have balanced the settings of the carburetor. I'm going to start the saw, and let's just go through 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
Notice a little bit of hesitation there. We've got a little bit of hesitation there. So what that tells me is that we need just a little bit more fuel when the saw is. So what I'll do here is put the screwdriver back into the L screw, and I'll open up just a little bit. Maybe 1/8 of a turn. And let's try it again. Okay, that was a lot better.
Yep. All right.
And that's really all we really need to know that the carburetor is adjusted properly.
That's true. You know, it's not that everybody needs to know how to adjust the carburetor, but to understand when it needs to be adjusted. And if it needs some adjusting, maybe that's the time to take it to your service dealer.